My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Alright, look. This whole Ascension business, you're not getting away from me, video game. You're not getting out of here. You're not escaping my wrath. Remove a card. Obtain a random common relic. Oh man, all of these are reasonable options. How early is our first shop? Ooh, bunch of question marks and then our first shop, and then I can choose to go for a bunch of elites or I can choose to avoid them. That's pretty good. Alright, we're gonna take the money. Easiest opener of our life. Just wait for the dual cast and then Moida. Alrighty then. Power potion as well. Hell yes. Ooh, let's try and make a claw deck. Oh yes, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Sequence. Okay, so there's the ability for me to take a Dark Shackle or a Zap. Oh, Zap is quite powerful. I could take a Zap and then I could take the Dark Shackles. Zap is pretty good is the thing, but I don't want to thicken up my deck. And I think a deck that wants to overuse Claw is not going to use Zap that much. So I'm actually going to intentionally not take Zap here, see if it gives me another option. Axe Kick, not a thing I really want. And I will take the Dark Shackles. Consider Dark Shackles just like one ridiculous defense card. This turn it was 6 defense for 0. The reason it's actually as good as it is because any multi-hit is basically entirely nullified by it. Skim, we just take the card draw so that we can get to our shackles again. Okay. So here we're pretty much locked into a card removal so that we can get back to our claw as quickly as possible. I'm actually kind of looking at that Apotheosis as well. We could take an Apotheosis and upgrade it. Yeah, that's actually how we're going to do this. I'm going to take an Apotheosis for the first time in a trillion years. Now, I am not going to be able to fight all these elites in a row right now. Actually, with the Apotheosis upgrade after the first one, sure. Power Potion gives us Creative AI. Okay. I'm going to Claw here. I'm also going to Skim. And Dual Cast. I want to try and just accelerate my draw through the deck. I'm actually going to Zap here as well so that I have the ability to use my Dual Cast. Pretty easy Dark Shackles right there. 9 and then 18, just short from the Dual Cast. Next hand is going to guarantee lethal anyway. Okay. The Dual Cast does 16, but it also would have destroyed my Lightning Orb, so I wouldn't have been able to kill. Alright, just below half HP. Ancient Tea Set is super handy. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, as well as Glacier, Beam Cell, and Storm. I think I'm going to take Beam Cell. The only upgrade I really need to do is upgrade Apotheosis. Hopefully I get Skim in my opening hand here. I don't get Skim in my opening hand, but I do get a pretty reasonable opening hand regardless. Okay. A single strike kills that next turn then. One down. Now, I can completely nullify all incoming damage with a Beam Cell then a Dark Shackles, but a Defend basically nullifies all incoming damage. I think Beam Cell and Claw both have to go on the same target just to get some damage out. 2 strikes now kills that backline of Sentry. we'll dual cast first, see where those land. Okay. Well, now we've got a kill on the backliner. And I'm actually just going to use Dark Shackles because I'm not going to shuffle through my entire deck again, but this will enable me to use the next appearance of my Beam Cell. Okay. And any offense card here is going to be good enough, right? Yeah. Okay, Lantern, gain energy on the first turn of each combat. Combined with the Ancient Tea set, that is a ridiculous amount of energy on the first turn for combat after a rest, which means all boss fights are going to have that. That's really good. Also got a Dex Potion. Capacitor Orb slot, Axe Kick, no. Pennib, every 10th attack you play deals double damage. I'm going to rest here rather than upgrade any cards. Perfect Apotheosis. And hell, we can even go regularly aggressive in the opening turn. So now the kinds of things that I'm going to be looking for are Rebound, so that I can put the claw back on top of my deck. Not Impulse, sorry, Hologram, so that I can fish it back out of my deck. Out of my discard pile, rather. Scrape is also useful because 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost on the upgrades, right? So I'll take a Scrape. I'm actually more tempted to go to the shop rather than go to the Elite because I can remove a card and possibly pick up another relic that is super important, or maybe another claw, which would be ridiculous. None of those are claw. This is difficult. This is difficult. Because I think I take Hologram, Madness, and card removal. I do. Okay. And we need to upgrade that Madness pretty soon. Apotheosis? Nope. So this does 3 and then 5. Okay. Fetch it back. Didn't get the one I thought I was... Alright. Yeah, that's my bad. I knew that Skim was in there. Oh boy. Ooh, we're in a pickle right now. Boy, howdy, did I mismanage that first turn. One down. Alright, I got double damage active. And should have the murder. And do have. Beautiful. Another claw. Holy hell. We're going there. Bag of preparation. The start of the combat. We have 2 additional cards in our opening hand. Alright, 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 alright. We need to smith the Madness. Well, we want to smith all of the things to cost 0. Hang on. Hexaghost, so we don't actually want to rest here either. That's good. We've got 2 Dex Potions if we desperately need to try and survive here somehow. Most of those are 0 cost. Alright. Awesome. Awesome. We'll Beam Cell. Hang on. I definitely need to skim, but I want to skim with the 0 cost. Alright, I think the way that I actually want to do this is I double defend strike, Madness the skim. This is just a guarantee that the skim gets hit. Beautiful. And now we've got Hologram, which can bring back a claw. Now we've got a claw in our next hand as well. Alright. No need to dual cast yet. I mean, I just fully defend and claw this turn. Hell yes. Oh, this is perfect. All right, we'll claw, skim. So I happen to know the top card of my deck is going to be the scrape. We've got the skims and the claws back in there. So I'm actually thinking, how can I get the scrape out of my deck? Is there any way to do that? There is. It's hologram back the skim. Okay, I don't want to put more things on my discard pile before I do this, so we'll hologram back the skim. Okay, now I know that scrape is going to draw 4 cards, and it's likely that it draws claw. Okay, got 2 claws. Hell yes. Throw both of those out there. Single defend, or do I... I'll hold on to the Dark Shackles for later. When my enemy's doing a multi-attack, like this one. I'm gonna just play all of these. Hologram back the beam cell, play it again. Alright, we should be able to perfect with just, like, 2 more Clash's Claws, rather. That's so good! Off one, off one, off one, off one. Oh. Well, I mean, Reboot is really good in this deck as well, right? Because you just play all of your 0 costs and then you reboot and try and refuel. We've done a scrape deck like this recently. Oh. There's... Okay, hang on. I think it's White Beast statue. Because we don't actually generate orbs in this deck. We don't really want to, either. I think I just want the potions after every battle. White Beast statue got better now that the potion's better. Yeah. I mean, at the very least, if there was ever a build that didn't need any energy relic, it's probably one of these. Okay, I do want to do removals, so I know where I'm going. It's Claw, Hologram, Claw at the very start, and probably want to try and put you on the ground. Then I'll Beam Cell, that drops you to the ground, reboot for an entirely new hand. Sure, we'll skim. So I can hologram back a... Sure. We'll hologram back the skim, play it again. I was looking for the 0 costs that I can actually play right now. Ooh, that's... Life is a bit hard here. And I got Apotheosis at the worst time to get Apotheosis. Okay, we'll Beam Cell, Claw, Scrape. Okay, there's another Claw. Beautiful. Dark Shackles the back line to prevent it from doing anything this turn at the very least. I mean, we're still sitting pretty here. Alright, I'm going to put 2 attacks in my discard pile so that Hologram is more likely to draw an attack. Which I pretty much exclusively did so that I could put the bird on the ground. I want this enemy to die to a zap if I can do it. Because I want to try and maintain my Pendib to activate at the very start of the next fight. Yeah. Alright, now we've got zap to kill. Beautiful. So we get to maintain the Pendib. We've got the Speed Potion, gain 3 decks. Evoke, Skim. Do I take a second copy of Skim in this deck? I don't think I do. Because Skim is just initial fuel, right? Skim is a way to get Scrape, but Scrape can't get Skim. So the more Skims that I have in the deck, the less effective Scrape will be. Apotheosis in the opening. Beautiful. Alright. Then it's time for Apotheosis. That. Claw. Sure, we'll Skim. Okay, okay. Not bad, not bad. How many effects do I have in this deck? Not that many. Okay, we'll just burn the Dark Shackles out. I'm not going to get through all the enemies artifacting and then do things after that. That's just not really realistic. Alright, time to reboot. We can Claw. Hologram back the Claw. Claw. Great, and Beam Cell into a Claw. Beautiful. Enemy got 25 block that turn, but I don't think that really stands up. Fire Potion, probably better than a Dex Potion. I think the Speed Potion's actually possibly insane. Even Quick Search I don't really want, because the deck is going to reshuffle itself really, really quickly, so I will end up with those burns in my hand really, really quickly. If I take a second Madness, this, like... I could, theoretically. I think I just card remove, though. Yeah. These become 0 cost. I need my defense. Yeah, we'll remove this. I am actually still considering that second Madness. You know what? I'm taking it. Do I want to reboot to get another Zap out? Not reboot, sorry. Hologram to get another Zap out? No, we'll reboot. We want an aggressive hand here. I really don't like that Defend and Skim at a glance are really, really similar right now. Both of them seem to not be their finalized art for that card. So I understand that. But at the same rate, at a glance, it's a little difficult to tell them apart. I mean, they have about the same amount of text on them. They cost the same. They have the same coloration. That kind of thing. It's not actually difficult. It's just a little bit... I don't know. It's just a little bit... full stop. Alright, well, I know the 4 cards in the deck, so I know Dark Shackle's in there. Beautiful. That is really good. Scrape now costs 0. Hell yes. Skim, I probably should have made cost the 0, though, so... Alright. Dark Shackles you. Skim for a new hand. Cell Claw Strike. And just standard defense right there. I think this is a heal. And it is. So 20 on the front line, is that too difficult to do? Not really. Ah, beautiful. It definitely isn't. Claw, Hologram, Claw. And then Scrape. Plus Beam Cell, Skim. I'm just looking to play as many attacks here as possible. The Claw deck is super interesting. Gambler's Brew. Discard as many cards as you'd like and then draw that many. I'm actually considering dropping a potion for this as well because it's just a really great way for us to refuel off of a garbage hand. Go for the eyes. Yeah. Great way for us to add some weakness in here as well. I do want the Relic, but I don't want the Writhe. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth that risk for us. Okay. There's... As long as it's not the Necronomicon, we're happy. And Caridian, perfect. At the start of each combat, add a random power card to your hand. It costs 0 until the end of the turn. So it's just... It's a white noise. And we get to upgrade it sometimes. That's insane. Solid defrag right there. So what's the Scrape doing right now? 9? Okay. Is there any way I can formulate a kill on both the Sneaky Gremlin and the Shield Gremlin? Beam Cell Strike will kill either of you. Strike Claw is just short. Scrape Claw is just short. Yeah, they all end up in really, really annoying, just short montages, basically. Let's do this one first, because that one has to die. Beautiful. We got the Dark Shackles, which is exactly what I was looking for. I do want the vulnerability from the beam cell. Right, we'll dual cast and see. Okay, so it kind of clears this up for me. Makes life a little easier. Reboot again, see how many claws we can get out. Just one more, sure. We'll go for the eyes before we claw because we want it to benefit from the double damage. All right, that's a pretty good opening turn right there. Scrape gives us just some more zero cost cards in there. I'm actually considering just gambling brewing these two. Because I could get Skim or Scrape or... like, there's a bunch of different cards I could get that I would be really appreciative to get. Actually going to do that because now all I have to do is reach for 12 damage in the next turn and I can kill with a Fire Potion. Or I can kill without it. And that was a perfect fight as well. Anchor, started combat with 10 block. That's super handy. Sweeping Beam is a nice little bit of AoE. It has recently been buffed. It now does 9 on its upgraded version rather than 8 on its upgraded version. I do want a little AoE in this deck, but I definitely don't want something that's going to stuff up my draw engine. I can't take it. Alright. I'm going to upgrade Reboot, because a lot of the time it's going to be used to dig for Apotheosis. Bottled Lightning! Upon pickup, choose a skill card. Put Apotheosis in my opening hand. Well. Dig for Apotheosis. My butt. This is a really unfortunately garbage opening hand for us, though. At least the Scrape is costing less now. And it doesn't let me have any of my cards. Thank you. I was actually thinking about that recently because there was a comment saying that there's possibly a strategy in terms of picking up Scrape when you are confused, when you have Snecko Skull. Snecko Eye. Sorry, Snecko Skull is the one that increases every poison tick by 1, or rather every application of poison does 1 more poison. The Snecko Eye, rather, you can see the confusion here, is the one that confuses you, which means whenever you draw a card, you randomize its cost, which is the current effect that we have. So basically the idea is that Scrape draws 4 cards, and if any of them are 0 cost, you get to hold them. But I don't particularly think that that would be good in a Snecko Eye build because, you know, standard distribution, right? It's a 25% chance to have a 0 cost or a 1 cost or a 2 cost or a 3 cost, right? Because it's randomizing between those equally. So if you're drawing 4 cards on an upgraded Scrape, you've got on average 1 card that you get to have in your hand, and you don't even know which one it's going to be. It seems so ridiculously unreliable. Just gonna straight up defend here. So there's the vulnerability on us, which I knew was gonna happen sooner or later. Damn it. Unfortunately, the hologram would pull something out of my discard, but it would cost the same as when it went in. Yeah, I'm throwing this potion. Save myself that HP. Skill Potion. A random skill card is added to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Rebound. Rebound is going to be a really good way to put Scrape back on top of my deck, right? Hang on. Problem. If you play Rebound and then you play FTL, then FTL draws a card, but FTL is actually put to the top of your deck before it draws the card. So the Rebound's effect completes first. So that means that Scrape, after a Rebound, would put itself on top of the deck and then discard itself, right? So it would only be good with the Claw, but if it's only good with the Claw, then it's actually slowing down my deck in all other circumstances. So instead, I'm actually better off leaving that slot open and waiting to invest instead a scrape in there. I'm actually kind of keen on going for 2 more elites here. I'm going to do it. Ooh. 1 extra card a turn and Dark Shackles in the first. Come on. There's someone out there looking out for me. Okay. I'm just going to try and get as many claws out this turn as is humanly possible. I'll hologram back 1, in fact. Just going to reboot rather than skim here. Scrape did not give us a... Ooh. That's really unfortunate. Scrape did not hit the card I wanted it to. Which is extremely unfortunate because I just needed 1 claw and then I would have been able to do the bounces. Oh well. Claw and claw for the kill. Another block potion for me. Bunch of cards I don't want. Probably going to go for a skill potion here. See, if I'm going to use the skill potion at all, I should use it now because then I can upgrade whatever I get with Apotheosis. Holy heck. That's just a lot of defense to have on turn 1. Madness should hit hologram here, so I'll strike before I do anything. Madness hitting hologram is ideal. Okay, we'll claw. I guess I'm going to hologram, take the claw back first. Then we'll go for the eyes. Enemy's incoming damage is 20, 30 total. I've got 29 block this turn. Now we can reboot before we try and do all of that again. If I Dark Shackles the front line, we're safe. But I could also just go for the eyes the front line and leave the Dark Shackles in my deck. I'm much more... that appeals to me much more. Okay. Scrape allows us to now beam cell, hologram, take a claw back out. And I'm actually going to dual cast as well because we're not going to be here for that long. Good gosh, this deck is insane. The scrape deck actually might end up getting, in some fashion, lowered in potential, let's say. I don't want to say nerfed, but extremely nerfed? I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can kill without playing any attacks. I mean, there is, but it would take a long time. Let's just murder. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Handy, as well as liquid bronze. Second beam cell, pre-upgraded. Probably not worth it. I think we need to be restrained in our pickups. Unfortunately, this isn't intangibility, so I can't prevent the Chosen from doing what it's going to do this turn. I'm so glad that hit Scrape. It could either hit Scrape or Skim there, and I would have been happy both ways. Cell, claw, claw, zap. Do I Skim? Actually, the rest of the deck is kind of garbage. I'll reboot before I do anything else then. Claw, strike, and just 1 more of those out there. I mean, the hand's okay. All of those get drawn by the scrape. That is super handy. Beam cell, claw, go for the eyes. Definitely didn't do in the right order there. Beam cell, claw, go for the eyes. And I do want to cast another attack. Okay, we'll bring back the claw and play it again. again, just about trying to set up our pen nib for later. All right, who's the boss we're fighting? You don't actually have a weakening effect at all, so I'm not going to take the Ancient Potion. Hyper Beam, Static Discharge, Skim, again, no. This one I could easily use the Liquid Bronze, though. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's start naturally, okay? The natural start is go for the eyes. I'm actually fully defended this turn already, just courtesy of that. Claw, hologram, a clawback, play it again. I don't actually want to play Bias Cognition yet. Oh, but my next turn might generate a bunch of orbs. All right, I'll play Bias Cognition, but I think that might have been early to play. We'll judge that as we continue going onwards. Okay, Beam Cell, Madness on the Scrape. Yeah, I mean, I want their immediate effects because their immediate effect is so much more significant right now. Okay. I guess it wasn't wrong. Vajra, start each combat with 1 strength. I mean, that's just, like, that's basically just extra claw damage for us. Steroid Potion, gain 5 strength at the end of your turn, lose 5 strength. I'm going to drop the Dex Potion for the Steroid Potion here. I think that's just going to make us so much more potent. Holy crap, that's another claw. So do I smith any more cards? No, Apotheosis is always in my opening hand. I always just rest now. Or lift if I had the option, but I don't have the option, so not that. Okay, we'll strike before we Madness so that we can upgrade the Scrape. That's really unfortunate. Madness without something to use it on. Okay. Claw, hologram it back, play it again. I really want Madness to hit Skim. I actually want it to do that so much that I'm going to force it to happen. 2 more claws in there. Beautiful. Enemy's not attacking this turn. Okay, so as it turns out, that was the correct thing, right? Because there's only 1 energy worth of anything in here. And I should have known that, right? Because there's only ever going to be 1 energy worth of anything in any hand, basically. So the big unfortunate thing is that weakening the Bronze Automaton, removing all of their artifacting and stuff like that, it's going to be a real rough time for us. All right, I'm going to start by trying to take out this orb. Oh, that is rough. Whew, boy, howdy. Yikes. All right, I'm gonna start trying to work on your artifacting now because that did not go, it did not go according to plan. I'm going to need those Dark Shackles at one point. There goes one of my claws, unfortunately. I hate that there was so many claws in my deck and so many skims and stuff like that. We didn't get that. All right, I'm going to Beam Cell, Claw. 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 That is basically just to play as many claws as I possibly could there. All right, I can completely remove my enemy's artifacting this turn. And I have to. It's that, Beam Cell again, and now I can Dark Shackle. Perfect. So you've got a turn where you wear off in between now and when you go for the next big hit. Awesome. Which was going to be the turn after, like 56 on a Hyper Beam. Strength Potion's actually pretty good for us as well. Amplify Nova Thunderstrike? I think not. Yeah, extremely not. Well, see, here's the thing, right? I could transform 1 strike and 4 defense, and if any of them become a 0 cost or a scrape, they're ridiculous. And whatever they transform into, I've got to remember, is effectively upgraded because I have the Apotheosis in my opening hand. If any of them become the Claw, life is insane. I don't need energy. I just don't really use it. I'm going to take the Pandora's Box. Okay, upgraded. This is 0 cost. That's 0 cost. Rest of that is a bit hazier. I'm very likely to want to remove another card from my deck. No one's going to be double attacking this turn. Beautiful. Okay. Will White Noise now... I guess I want to draw more than I want to generate Lightning Orbs, so I'll play Heat Sinks, then Echo Form, then Storm. Only 1/1 cost in my hands. Okay, you're only attacking for 11, and I'm probably going to even weaken you this turn, so I will start focusing on the other ones first. Yeah, I'm weakening you this turn anyway. And then I get to do that, and then that, and reboot! Do the whole hand over again, hell yeah. Madness on the Hologram is not a bad hit. Now, let's hologram back a beam cell so that we can basically start working on a new target. All right. And there's just 3 claws left in that deck, so you tell me how this one's going to work out. Oh, right, and it gets Dual Blade. Hell yes. Got him. Dex Potion. Okay, hang on. Do I have any cards that actually straight up generate defense? Because I think I cut all of them when I removed all my blocks there. I think Dark Shackles and Weakness are basically all of my defense. Well, Dark Shackles, Weakness, and Anchor, right? Because this deck kills in the turn 1 or 2. So I don't think I even use a Dex Potion. Nor any of those. Hang on. So, Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. Which, we've got Storm, we've got White Noise. And we get Inkeridian to give us a power every single turn. I don't think I need the extra energy that it effectively is generating, right? I don't think I do. I actually think I'm card removing and leaving. Like, Doom and Gloom is never going to be good for this deck. It's just like a dead stop for us. Oh my god. That's an Echo Form. Okay, more of those are 0 than have a cost associated, so I don't cool-headed first, I scrape first. Bugger. That could have gone either way. And then reboot for a whole new hand. Let's go again. Beam Cell, Claw. Will White Noise before we see whether we... Well, we are probably just going to Storm into Storm anyway. Yeah, let's just get the Madness played. Alright. Didn't kill the enemy on the first turn, but as I said, this is a turn 1 or 2 kill deck. Fire Potion, probably not. Second Hologram, that's a little more difficult to go for, though. It comes pre-upgraded, but it's worth noting that everything is pre-upgraded for us right now. Apotheosis. No. I want a second Scrape, is what I really want. We'll fight for a relic, because this is basically a free relic for us. Heat Sinks allows us to draw a card off that, sure. Definitely Zap. I've got to kill these Repulsors first as well. Dual cast before we reboot here. Because I don't want those dazeds in my deck. Those dazeds would pretty much stop our deck dead. Do I skim first or scrape? Scrape. We can Beam Cell into Claw, hologram the Claw back. I can now Madness to 0 cost for the skim. And now it's about how many claws I can play this turn, right? Well, no, I play Storm because it draws me a card, and then I play my claws, and then we just murder. Oh, yes. It's a puzzle just to figure out how to kill on turn 1. Thread and Needle at the start of each combat gain 5 plated armor, and Essence of Steel gain 4 plated armor. Well, look. That is going to make it so much... We're so much more defensible, despite the fact that we don't really put defense in our deck right now. So, I really appreciate that. I'm going to remove another card, and we're going to continue. Rebound Glacier buffer. No. It's just remove another card. And here... I kind of want to get Storm out of the deck. It's either that or Cool-Headed. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting as to how this one goes. So there's a Heatsink Center opening hand. Okay. Play the claws as late as we possibly can. See, the thing here is I pretty desperately want my Beam Cell active first. Okay, there's Cool-Headed. Gives us 2 draw, and there's the Beam Cells. Beautiful. Beam Cell, Claw, Claw. Go for the eyes, Skim. Alright, if I can play 25 cards this turn, by the way, we can get the combo score modifier. Beam Cell... Claw, hologram back to Claw. Claw. Dual cast reboot. Alright, we might actually be able to kill here, depending on how this goes. Yep. Beam Cell, and then Claw for 158 damage. Claw. Warpaint upon pickup upgrades your random skills, as well as a Power Potion. Power Potion, it's pretty good, actually. It upgraded those to be 0 cost when they already pretty much were. I mean, no upgrade really matters to us right now, right? Okay, I'm going to Smith the White Noise, because if White Noise is in my opening hand, I want to be able to play it before I play the Apotheosis so that I can upgrade the power that it gives me. I mean, it was either that or gain 4 HP. See the difference it's made? Madness can't even be played. Okay. Reboot. There's another Madness in a hand with only draw. Sure. All but hologram is 0 cost in there. All right, we're definitely scrape. Claw, claw, go for the eyes. Skim. That's a nice refuel right there. We'll go for the largest damage claw of all time. Madness, another source of draw. Holy heck. I think we've actually just got the kill here. Alright, we were a wee bit short of the kill. But I feel like we've probably got it this time. Call it a hunch. But don't call it a comeback attack. No, we're not going to go for that one. We're not even going to take the second skim. We've got effectively our Cool-Headed as like a second skim for us right now. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Okay, so between the Essence of Steel, the Orichalcum, and the Thread and Needle, this is excluding any Frost Orbs. we will have 15 block at the end of each turn. That's pretty insane. All right, let's kill in the opening turn here. As the scriptures foretold. And it's that skim. Oh, I'm going to have to take a skim back out of here. Yep, because this is not continuing my reign yet. Okay, creative AI, sure. Hey, there's the scrape, and now it's 0 cost. Beautiful. We'll dual cast before we scrape. Because drawing it is a lot for us. And we'll dual cast again before we reboot. Yep, 2 claws is the kill. Peace Pipe, you can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. This is all we're ever going to do, basically. Second steroid potion's fine, but entirely unnecessary. This is a great deck. I wonder if this deck is maybe too reproducible. Because I thought this was super, super novel the first time I did it. I still think it's quite novel, right? But I'm actually going to burn those Madnesses. I need the deck not to draw back into them right now, effectively. Right. Scrape, claw. It's hologrammed. Gain that claw back. Claw again. Scrape again. Okay, I'm super glad that I got the reboot. Hey, I even got a self-repair there. Nice. And now it's claw, beam. If I did that in the other order, that would have been a kill. All right. Steroid potion. We're turning those down right now, but if we could guarantee that we were going to go off on the first turn, which we almost can guarantee, but if we could completely guarantee it, then we would just have 3 steroid potions and we would try and kill in the first turn. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill card to your deck, it's upgraded. But instead, I'm kind of trying to play around the worst case possibility rather than the best case possibility. Toke, because there's literally nothing else here that's useful for us. I'm considering toking to remove the cool-headed right now. And I will. It's 1 and it draws 2 cards, right? Upgraded, it draws 2 cards. So it's like a really extraordinarily bad skim for us. Beam Cell. Claw. Hologram a clawback first. And then claw. 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 Reboot. That's certainly a hand. These Madnesses really need to basically turn up in our opening hand or not at all. Unfortunately, now we're weakened. Then we'll scrape. Do it all again. Use that HP. Dual cast. And we'll take back... oh, we can't take back a scrape, of course. All right. That'll do. Kunai. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a dex. I mean, that's great. It's going to give me dex that I can't use for anything because my deck doesn't have a single block card in it. I'm actually looking at removing the hologram. The hologram is a way to effectively... No, I'm going to remove the second Madness. Yeah, that's definitely the card that's been underperforming out of them. We'll drink the Essence of Steel. We'll gain the random power. Okay. We can now Apotheosis heat sinks into capacitors basically for the draw. White Noise gets us Hello World that I'm not super pleased about playing, but we shouldn't be in this fight long enough for it to matter. Hint, hint. All right. We should also be able to go off on this first turn, so we will drink that. I'm protected against 19 this turn. I think I actually kill the frontliner this turn. Claw, claw, claw. Scrape is basically going to drop Skim and gives everything else. Shot. Ooh, Skimmer's even left in there. Beautiful. And now we can Madness the hologram as well. Now we can Beam Cell, so we can actually start going off. Awesome. We'll hologram back a Scrape, allowing us to basically try and start the chain again. Take the Scrape back. I'm going to try and Beam Cell the backline, basically, so kind of hoping to hold on to that if at all possible. Okay, we'll Beam Cell the backline, reboot, start it all again. This, yeah, I have a feeling this is going to work out. Call it like some sort of an extreme hunch. Now, here I'm going to take back a Beam Cell just for the vulnerability. So we're not going to get the kill on the second target in the first turn. That's terrible, honestly. Why even play at this rate? Claw for 84 damage, and we'll just double Beam Cell. Let the lightning finish him off. That is Ascension 15 actually accomplished. Charge our core to its maximum, 1,366. He's near bad, near bad. We got 2 perfects, 6 champions, combo as well as overkill, money, master. Didn't get the faster one, but we did get speedster. All right. I feel pretty damn happy about that one. Finally, I can mark that one off. Now all I have to worry about is Ascension 6. Well, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.